Hello and welcome to Firebird News Network, good news from your week. I'm your host, Phoenix Jones. In this week's edition of 50 Good Things from the 50 States, we will be discussing a positive piece of news from each one of the states here in the USA. All of the stories will be linked down in either the description or a pinned comment if you would like to read more. If you are looking for your specific state, check out the description for timestamp information. Now Nevada. Tallest tower in Vegas, finishing remake, rename as the Strat by usnews.com. After more than a year and $100 million upgrading restaurants, guest rooms, and casino floor and more, the Strat in Las Vegas is nearing the end of its renovation project. Golden Entertainment representatives told the Las Vegas Review-Journal they hope the renovations encourage guests to stay longer at the 24-story hotel and its landmark 1,149-foot, 350.2-meter tower with a restaurant, thrill rides, and observation platform 921 feet, 280 meters above the Las Vegas Strip. Next up is New Hampshire. Missing Nashua teen found by NECN.com. A missing 13-year-old girl from Nashua, New Hampshire has been found. Tia Eftimio was reported missing. She had last been seen in the area of Lock Street, according to police. Eftimio was located around 7 p.m., police said. The department thanked the public for their assistance. Time to grab some drinks in New Jersey. Cape May Brewing named most popular brewery in New Jersey by app.com. The numbers have spoken. Cape May Brewing Company is the most popular craft brewery in New Jersey, according to the findings of a recent study. The folks at House Method released their findings on Wednesday, January 29th, after crunching the numbers on more than 2,200 breweries across the country. Relieving news from New Mexico. Person rescued after falling off I-25 bridge near the river by Cobb.com. First responders rescued a person who fell off the I-25 bridge in Rio Grande Bosque Tuesday morning. According to the Bernalillo County Fire Department, the drop is about 35 feet. The patient was carried out on a stretcher and taken to the hospital for treatment. The fire department said this is the second time this year they've had to rescue someone who fell off the bridge. Environmental news from New York. MTA deploying electric buses en route from Harlem to LaGuardia Airport. The MTA will test electric buses on one of the city's longest routes when it brings its green technology fleet to Harlem and Astoria. The buses will operate on the M60 Select Bus Service lines, which operates between Harlem and LaGuardia Airport. A 20-mile round trip with connections to subway stops on 125th Street and the Harlem Metro North Station. In some exciting news from North Carolina A&T graduate student rescues 8-year-old girl during attempted kidnapping at Biscuitville in Greensboro. A Good Samaritan will enjoy free breakfast for a year after rescuing an 8-year-old girl from a potential kidnapper. Cody Bird, a North Carolina A&T University graduate student studying computer science, is being praised as a hero after he stepped in when a man, Timothy Fry, allegedly tried to grab the girl at the Biscuitville on West Market Street. Some important news from North Dakota. North Dakota lawmaker task force looks to end human trafficking by KVRR.com. State Representative Ruth Buffalo of Fargo introduced 6 pieces of legislation last year to help combat and train against human trafficking in North Dakota. With more publicity about trafficking in recent years, the Human Trafficking Task Force has received more tips and been able to provide better care for victims. From Ohio Attorney General okays next step in proposal to raise the minimum wage by 10tv.com. Ohio Attorney General on Monday approved the next step of a proposal to amend the state constitution to raise the minimum wage. The amendment calls for annual boosts in the minimum wage until it hits $13 an hour in 2025. The current Ohio minimum wage is $8.55 an hour. Taco Tuesdays are getting better for Oklahoma. Hacienda Tacos opens second location in Oklahoma City. Visitors to Midtown now have another option if they're looking for delicious Tex-Mex meals. Hacienda Tacos has opened its second location in Midtown Plaza, just north of McNelly's, in the space that was formerly occupied by Irma's. And for Oregon, Safe Oregon, making life-saving calls with statewide tip line by Coin.com. Threats of school shootings, suicide attempts, bullying, and sexual harassment. These are all tips that have come in from Oregon students and parents in the past year. Coin 6 News talked with a local teacher who made a life-saving call to Safe Oregon. The statewide tip line, launched by Oregon State Police 3 years ago, we are concealing his identity to protect the student involved. She would say something that caught my attention, said the teacher. It was something along the lines of "no one would care if I died." Terrifying words for a young high school teacher. I was just scared that she was going to do something, they said. What I told her specifically was, if you died, I would be devastated. But suicide prevention training kicked in. I asked her, have you thought about killing yourself? And she said, yes. I said, are you thinking about killing yourself now? And she said, yes, said the teacher. I said, listen, promise me I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to get you the help you need, but promise me I will see you in the morning. Come and check in. The teacher then made a call to Safe Oregon. I called them. They answered right away. I gave them the information they needed. The Safe Oregon call center contacted police who were in the student's home to make sure she was safe. They contacted her and the family while getting her in contact with some support. The next day, school counselors stepped in and connected the student with mental health resources outside of school. It's all part of an intricate plan to make sure students have the support that they need. Health news for Pennsylvania. Senate passes bill requiring insurers to cover breast cancer screenings for women in high-risk categories by PennLive.com. The Pennsylvania Senate approved a bill on Wednesday that will aid many women in detecting breast cancer at an earlier, more treatable stage. By a 48-0 vote, the chamber voted to mandate insurers cover the costs associated with supplemental cancer screenings. Ultrasound and magnetic resonance imaging for women with dense breasts and those with high-risk factors for the disease, including personal history, family history, or genetic predisposition to it. Thank you for joining me on this segment of 50 Good Things from the 50 States. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm your host, Phoenix Jones. Thanks for watching.